Patricia, and I am a laughter leader and EFT practitioner. EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique. I have worked in the field of mental health for over 20 years, and in that time I've picked up tips and tricks to help your body feel better. I'm going to share some of these tips and tricks with you, and this is all free and absolutely scientifically and tested methods to help your body feel better. So the thing that we're going to talk about today is balance. And with balance, I mean it's all very well being motivated, being busy and being productive, but we also need to find time to take a break and rest. And this is the way we can look after ourselves in a healthy way. Balance can take the form of physiological and psychological rest. So when we're talking about physiological rest, we are talking about sleep. And sleep is really important because it helps the body to rest enough when it's not digesting or moving or thinking, to actually be able to focus on healing and repairing its cells. When we sleep, we also release melatonin, and melatonin is especially important because it's a natural antioxidant and it will actually help to fight off disease. So sleep actually improves our immunity. When we think about the body, the other really important thing is hydration. So being hydrated helps our brain to stay clear and focused and helps our body to move. When you think about the brain being made up of 83% water and the body being made up of 60% water, it's especially important to make sure that you're hydrated. And the other thing is, of course, exercise, because our body is a muscular skeletal structure that is built for movement. So whatever form of exercise you partake in, it could be intensive exercise or it could just simply be a nice gentle walk. It doesn't matter, as long as you're moving every single day. So that's a nice way to look after yourself in a physiological way, to balance out the busy, stressful situations in life. This psychological way that you can do that balance and rest is by making sure that you're talking to yourself in a positive way. Sometimes the voice that we hear most loudly and most clearly is our own, and that can have detrimental effects on negative thought patterns that can actually hinder us from achieving things. So you can look online, there are lots and lots of affirmations that you can help to practice daily, and they have proven that practicing something daily, such as a positive affirmation, can actually have a physiological impact on how you feel on a daily basis. I think when we're thinking about what we're doing with our bodies and making sure that we're looking after ourselves in a healthy way, being balanced is also to ask the question, will this help me or harm me? And that's a really good question to just stop you in your tracks when you're not sure of, actually, maybe if I do 5 extra hours of work, or maybe if I really do too much staying up late during the week and having a sleep deficit, will this help me or harm me? The other thing that is really good way of switching off negative thought patterns and switching off overwhelm and sometimes anxiety and worry is to bring yourself back into the present. And a really good way to bring yourself back into the present is to practice gratitude. So what gratitude does is it switches off, well, it actually you cannot be grateful. Your brain cannot be grateful and be in a state of fight or flight at the same time. And sometimes when we're worrying about the past, which has already gone, something we can't do anything about, but we can learn from it. Or if you're worrying about the future, something that's yet to come, but we know we will be able to get there and adapt to whatever it is that is coming. Having that belief is great, but being in the present also means, as well as not worrying about the past or worrying about the future, making sure that you're grateful in the moment. And talking to yourself, such as, what is it I'm grateful for? Or what is it today that's gone really well? And having that positive self-talk constantly and bringing yourself back from worrying about the past or the future. Another great technique for staying in the present is 5 things. And this is a beautiful technique that you can do anytime silently to yourself as you're walking or working. So you think about 5 things that you can see and you note them and you count them. You think about 4 things that you can hear and you note them and you count them. You think about 3 things that you can touch and again you note and count. 2 things that you can smell and 1 thing that you can taste. This is a really fantastic technique for bringing you back into the present and stopping your mind wandering off back to the past or into the future. And the last thing I'd like to share with you about balance is breathing. This is a fantastic way to psychologically reset your brain and also physiologically benefit your body from increased oxygen in your lungs, which will help your brain to clear of any fog and focus. And it's really, really simple. They say it's medically proven that 6 deep breaths, which is through the nose and out through the mouth, can actually reset the brain. So if you feel overwhelmed or you feel scrambled or you have a lack of direction or focus, I would say just sit down. This literally takes a few minutes. Breathing through the nose, making sure your belly's coming out as you breathe in, and then letting it go very, very slowly as you breathe out. 6 of those. What I try and practice is breathe o'clock or breath o'clock, and I just look at the time, and if it's been longer than an hour since the last time I practiced some deep breathing, I just stop myself and do a little bit of deep breathing. Sometimes it's better than other days, but I do ensure that I at least get quite a lot of deep breaths in during my day. So that's a good way to remind yourself, breath o'clock, or you can do something first thing in the morning. So it would be really great if you're thinking about balance to get good sleep, stay hydrated, exercise, talk to yourself in a kind and gentle way, bring yourself back into the present, and of course, make sure you breathe. I hope that's been helpful, everybody, and please make sure that you look up some things online. There's lots of things about affirmations, about gratitude, and the 5 things exercise as well is all online. Take care of yourselves. See you soon. Bye.